Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and right now I'm doing some feeding for the milk house, and then later on today we'll be probably doing some working on the Deutz, currently doing a 913 swap, and then also doing maybe some renovating. So yeah, kind of forgot to post some YouTube videos for a little while. We have a bunch, but we just never posted them. But anyways, we're gonna start posting again, I think. So yeah. Time to get this thing in the old barn to put water in it, so okay. Time to take away the milk cow feed and let that mix for 15 minutes. Alright, we're in the barn here, and I already did the other side. Take all the feed away. So yeah, taking away this dry cow feed now, and then the dry cow feed on the other side. Alright, now we're making feed for the far off dry cows. So it's like a chart here of everything that you need, and so yeah, we're doing 60. So yeah, okay, so now that the dry cow mix is in and it's mixing now, we're gonna grab bale because we need to feed the outside cows, the heifers and whatnot. So just gonna grab a hay bale, and then we need, I think, a straw bale. So yeah. Okay, so this is for our dry cows. So basically what we do is our far off dry cow mix, we leave 190 kilos depending on the cow. There's 12 dry cows, and then there's 51 far off dry cows. But then we do 190 of the TMR from the far off dry cows, 45 of the dry cow supplement, and then just some Exolite, and then we get our new total for the other side. Now time to take away the feed for these ones. Skitty. Well, we got 6 kilos of Exolite now going in. So yeah, and then throwing some bin 3 in there. Dry cow mix. Alright, just finished finished feeding all the dry cows. Next up, we're gonna feed the heifers outside. So, yeah, start opening the bales. All right, heifers are fed. Time to park the feed wagon and move on. Alrighty, well, now feeding is done. So now I do have to get this clutch here on the back of this 912. Have to pull it off and send it to Kentucky Clutch. So we gotta get pulled off. It's gonna get shipped there. They're gonna build it to handle the horsepower of the 913. So I bet you this clutch will be able to do maybe 200 something horsepower. I have no idea what their rating is, but it's gonna get a ceramic button clutch. That's what it's gonna be. So, yep. And then I gotta pull off the flywheel, this bell housing thing, hydraulic pump, that boost fitting up there, and then this thing will go into hibernation until I rebuild that one right there using parts off of this one, because this one has a shot bottom end and it's kind of been like all around, it's kind of clapped out. That one is a really good shape bottom end and pistons and everything. It's just two of the cylinders are gone and two of the heads, because they're on this motor, because it's got a turbo and it's a 912. So it doesn't have any fire rings, so it's not supposed to have boost. Like, they're usually not able to handle that. So it instead of just blowing fire rings or whatever, it just warped the heads. So most of the heads on this one now, one of them is bad. The back one is the only bad one. So the rest, I can use all those parts and get that one going, throw the fuel pump on that one. Then really the only thing that motor would need is hydraulic pump, and then it'd be a good motor. So it'd be a good spare, or if I bought another 10006 or 8006 or something that needs a motor, put it in there, and then you got two nice Deutz tractors. Of course, it's always good to have a spare motor. You never know what happens. So, but I just got off the phone with the guy who I'm buying the motor from, and it's ready to be picked up. It got pulled out of a 9150. It's a 913. So that's why we need extra horsepower, or extra clutch, or like bigger clutch or whatever to handle that. So yeah, tomorrow we'll go and pick it up and get this thing sent off to America. So now we're drilling holes with the skid steer. Drilling for posts. All right, so we finished drilling. So gonna unhook this drill now. So yeah. Now we're going with the laser. Good. Oh, that's like perfect. So now, right here, just gonna add a rock, and then I know from here back it has to go up about 1 inch. Well, got a nice pad made besides like right there, but it's like really kind of impossible not to drive on the pad. So I'll level that out by hand, but then otherwise it's good to go. Alrighty, so now we're done in the barn for now. We just got to do some rebarring and stuff. And we're installing some gates in the old barn as well on the far off dry cow side. But now I'm going to clean up this little mess right here. So yeah. Well, since our angle grinder and sawzall are being used by my brother at the moment, I'm just going to quickly pull this flywheel off of the Deutz engine and the bell housing. So then all I have to do is take that hydraulic pump off and this motor can go right next to the other 912. All right, flywheel's off. Just taking out all the bolts for the bell housing. Alrighty, got the 2 Deutz motors there. Third one pick up tomorrow. Just gotta take the hydraulic pump off and then we'll be good to swap.
Is Marcel still not coming?
Alrighty, got this hydraulic pump off. If you guys are ever doing a thing, I've heard that you could use a piece of wood and bang it through, but I tried, it did not work. You just grab a crowbar and just thunk, and it comes right off. So, because I was banging on that thing, it would not come. Got crowbar, effortlessly came off, so. Alright, so some time has gone past since we were working in the barn. And now we had coffee, and now I'm getting the equipment ready, like the tractors and everything ready for second cut. Gonna get everything hooked up, so yeah. So the plan is I'm gonna put this tractor on the rake because it doesn't have the stupid American hitch. It's got the nice European one, so it'll take 3 seconds. But we're just gonna get it out of the way for now. And then first gonna get the baler out because it's all kind of stacked in. The cold storage all kind of weird. So put this over here. This tractor's going on the mowers, the triple mowers. Because it's got, see, that tractor doesn't have a front 3-point hitch. Well, it does, but like just for like a weight. No, nothing else. So this one's gonna go on the McHale. Just gonna unhook this humongous box scraper that's. Alrighty, so I got it hooked up. Minty. Alrighty, so we got it in the shop here. Now McHale's in here too. This is yeah, Fusion Radio McHale from England. Can't remember, we bought it in like 2021, I believe. And before that we had a Class, but yeah, they were both good balers, but my dad likes this one better. I think it makes nice, tight, solid, heavy bales. Alrighty, so we got the McHale screen in and hooked up. Yeah, I know I gotta lower that thing. Stop, escape. Oh, whatever. Anyway. Screen hooked up. McHale is fully hooked up. Just need to tie up some stuff out of the way and then should be good. So I added a spacer for the hitch so it's sat nice because otherwise it sits and it'll just pick up all the silage. But just gonna get her greased tomorrow and oiled and put the knives in. New net wrap because that rolls almost out. Fill her with plastic. Clean the air filter out on this thing. A little servicing. I'm gonna do that right now actually. And then call it a day. Anyways, thanks for watching today's video. See you in the next one.